I love tapping. I've been actively using it for like 5 years, but I still get troubles with it, probably because I don't practice properly. And I want to show you easier ways to tap and more difficult ones so you can do cool stuff with it. So let's move to the tapping. So it's gonna be kinda like a mixed tutorial because I wanna explain everything I know without making it like too long. So here's the first one. You start with your right hand. And it's easier to make it sound good and play it fast because you don't need your hands to be synchronized that well as for other types of tapping. Just make sure you hit strings between frets and mute other strings that you don't use. And I often see when people start tapping, they have their hand like this. And I feel like it's much less comfortable when you don't stick your elbow to the body. So I would recommend keeping it like this so it's easier to hit the right frets. So the next one is more complicated, but I think it requires mostly like understanding and feeling what you're playing than like skills. So it goes like this. And for this one, you need to make hammer-ons with your left hand. And you hit your 12th fret on the 6th string, and then there's also a lot of options for this one. The next one is even less comfortable. It starts with your index finger on the left hand, and then ring finger, and then whatever finger. And it's more difficult because your hands need to be synchronized better, and if you're playing it faster than you're able to, it will sound like this. You will just start with your right hand earlier than with your left hand, and it will just make it a mess. So you have to start with your metronome slowly. I'm still bad at this one though. And as for the first like 2 ways, it was better for riffs, but this one is also works for solos. And last but not least, I think it's the most difficult one for me to make it sound good. I feel like it's just the most uncomfortable one. So here's an example. So you start with your left hand and then your right hand. And for me, the trouble is when you start with your left hand and your right hand and then the higher string with your like middle finger. In the end, you can't just hear the last part. It just sounds like some kind of noise. So I hope this one will help you, and I have all the tabs on my Patreon page, so make sure to check it out.